This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
When is it decided that Jericho would turn heel on The Rock, by the way?
I don't know when it was decided, but it was a smart move. You don't want you don't need a babyface match involving The Rock. Rock's formulaic way of working, his system, his crowd psychology, to me, all worked better when he became a hot babyface, and he was white hot for a long time. So you don't, and quite honestly, Jericho's not the guy you want to protect in that situation. You're going to protect The Rock,
right?
He's paid a lot of bills, and again, he's a made man. So I don't think that was a. I don't need, until I read the notes, I forgot about that being said, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, Jericho would turns on The Rock at the end of the tag match, and Jericho documents this in his book. And he says, a week into the program, agent Jerry Briscoe, who had accompanied Jim Ross when he came to Tampa to recruit me several years earlier, took me into a corner of the arena to have a private conversation. And Jerry said to Chris Jericho, you've got to really step it up, Chris, because there are people on the inside that want to see you fail.
True.
They don't believe in you. They're burying you behind your back and telling everyone that you're the shits. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss. Wow. How come Jericho is constantly dealing with this in your mind? I mean, he's up against it.
Well, he's outspoken, Paul. He's not. He doesn't go quietly into the night. He's got a great mind. He's intelligent. He points out these faux pas that nobody wants to hear. And he's not. And he's unrelenting. And sometimes, like I said, he was not a popular hire. He was with me. He was with the box office. He was with the bottom line. But there are talents there that knew that if he was on his game, we got to get off our ass to keep our spot, keep our place in the pecking order, because he's going to bring his, and what he's got is really good.
Well, he really ramps it up as a heel with his promos, and it culminates at No Mercy, where he goes one-on-one with the Great One for the WCW title. That's right. Rock is the WCW champion, and all those years removed from being told he's not a top guy in WCW, he defeats the biggest star in the industry to win the WCW title. This is from The Observer. Chris Jericho won the WCW title from The Rock in 23 minutes, 44 seconds. The crowd was electric before they even locked up, almost like Rock Austin from Mania. They needed to bottle this crowd and take them out on tour. Jim Ross brought up some of the great title events in St. Louis history, and they were throwing out names like Kiniski and Briscoe and Flair. For some reason, Jim Ross brought up the Black Scorpion. Flair was Black Scorpion at the 1990 Starrcade in St. Louis, which somehow I didn't think quite fit into that category. Heyman said the WCW title dates back farther than any title in the sport. Rock used a rock bottom through the Spanish announcer's table. Jericho blocked a rock bottom in the ring, but was hit with a spine buster. Rock set up the people's elbow, but Jericho blocked it and put on the walls. Rock nearly got to the ropes, but Jericho pulled him in. Crowd was ready to explode for a clean finish, but then that wasn't the story for today. Stephanie shows up, throws a chair in the ring. Jericho knocked her off the apron. Rock hits a DDT, then throws Stephanie in the ring and gave her a rock bottom. Jericho gave Rock a reverse Russian leg sweep, face first on the chair for the pin. After the match, Rock grabbed the chair, but instead of hitting Jericho with it, handed it to him. This one got 4.5 stars, and I got to ask JR, was the Black Scorpion reference a rib on WCW?
Well, it was a little smart-ass remark by me. It had no validity. When you're sitting out there doing live television and you have no net.
It's fun.
Yeah, you have
Wing it. Say some stuff.
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Especially with me, and especially nowadays. Because I got a free tablet to type in what the hell I want.
I love it.
Because Tony trusts my judgment, and he trusts my partners to respond to my craziness at times, in kind. So, yeah, it was a smart ass remark. I saw it had no validity.
This match feels like it was the star-making deal that Jericho needed at this point. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You beat The Rock without.
My goodness.
That's a big deal, and that for Chris's confidence, that gave him validation that I've made it to a large degree. And, what else can he do to get more over? So he deserved it. And what I was suggesting to him along the way, be patient, keep putting out the best work you can, even though some of the booking is going to be the shits. That's not your call. It's not your call. And you may be right, but it's an argument you can't win. You can only be a shit disturber, perceived, if necessary, and there's no reason to be that way. But that made him big. That put Jericho on the map, and I think a lot of people thought that there's no way the Rock's going to lose the title to Chris Jericho.
And do you remember Rock's? He was apparently, I guess, obviously had to be good putting Jericho over. No feedback in the back or anything about that.
No.
Oh,
Hey, look, Jericho had his detractors, and I credit to professional jealousy. But by and large, to the general populace, Chris was a very popular guy, because the talents all knew that they were booked with him, they're going to have a good match, including Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Johnson did not have to put Chris over. They could have worked out something else, like Rock beating Jericho and then move on to something else. But that's not what the company wanted, and Rock was certainly accommodating and was willing to play team ball, and he did, and it worked out great.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.